Once the Prophet ﷺ, he spoke about the condition of a believer. He says, Al-mu'minu bayna makhafatain. A believer is constantly standing between two fears, thinking about the past and planning the future. So when he's thinking about the past, لا يدري ما الله صانع به. He doesn't know what Allah will do with him in regards to his salah if he missed, or even if he prayed or she prayed salah, whether Allah has accepted or not. And then about the future, وَبَيْنَ أَجْلٍ قَدْ بَقِيَ لَا يَدْرِي مَا اللَّهُ خَدٍ فِيهِ. And he's thinking or she's thinking about the future, but not even sure if they're going to reach the future. 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 2 months, have no idea. فَلْيَتَزَوَّدِ الْعَبْدُ مِن نَفْسِهِ لِنَفْسِهِ. Wallahi, if we just understand this line, it's enough. He says, then use what you have for what you need. Let me translate that again. Use what you have for what you need. What does that mean? Use your time, your energy, your resources, your health for the true future that lies ahead of you. Our true future is not 5 years later or 2 years later. Our true future is what comes after we die. فَلْيَتَزَوَّدِ الْعَبْدُ مِن نَفْسِهِ لِنَفْسِهِ وَمِن دُنْيَاهُ لِآخِرَةِ. Use this dunya to build akhirah. وَمِن حَيَاتِهِ لِمَوْتِ. Use this life to build a life that is coming after death. وَمِن شَبَابِهِ لِهَرَمِ. Use your youth to build your old age. فَإِنَّ الدُّنْيَا خُلِقَتْ لَكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ خُلِقْتُمْ لِلْآخِرَةِ. Because this dunya was created for you and you have been created for akhirah. This is the message that Imam Shafi'i is conveying through this poem. And here we are thinking, okay, so is earning dunya and earning wealth a negative thing? Absolutely not. And I was reading recently, this is a beautiful reflection that some of our scholars and elders have taken from the Quran. Earning dunya and earning wealth and aspiring to get money is not a negative thing. We should do that. And why? The greatest dalil for this is Allah in the Quran tells us to spend, and at the same time He tells us not to beg. So if Allah continues to tell us to spend in the path of Allah, spend, and at the same time He's saying don't ask, don't beg. So how can we spend if we cannot beg and ask? The only way is to earn. So meaning Allah is telling us to earn money. Nothing wrong with earning money. That's why Allah is telling us to spend. That's why Allah is telling us not to beg. Earn, no problem. Mawlana Ashraf Ali Thanwi rahimahullah, he talks about a beautiful thing. He's saying loving is not something that is looked down upon in Sharia, that is negated in Sharia. Loving dunya, loving wealth. But preferring dunya and preferring materialism and preferring the temptation of this world over akhirah, that's what's been criticized in Sharia. That's what we have to do tawbah from. It's a preference, making sure our priorities are right. It's not that we love dunya or we love wealth. There's nothing wrong with that, because loving it can help us spend in the path of Allah. But once we give preference to the materials of this world, to the resources of this world, to this life over akhirah, that's what's wrong.